If you've done a good job, you deserve a referral. Ask for it and assume that you're going to get it by saying, who is it and who's next? Who is it and who's next? I'm not worried about everybody giving me a referral. Some people will give me none. Some people will give me some people will give me all. I'm just asking the question over and over again, because if I play the numbers game, I get to work the people business. Hello and welcome. This is Brian Delaney with Unlock Potential, where we get together with top experts in their field who have simple, profound advice to help you and I live better lives, to be able to be more fit to serve the people around us and answer that question, the question that nags within all of us: how good can I be and how great can I make it for people around me? When it comes to building a referral base, I think it's really important to intentionally be clear on who your client is. Who is your client? Like for me, I knew that my client was not some city hotshot guy, right? Who had super high paying job, had a, when it came to financial services, already had a financial planner. It wasn't going to be that person. When it came to my construction business, I knew that was my client in my construction business. We had a high-end client. We weren't mid-market at all in my construction business. We were in the beginning, but we had worked our way up into a much higher echelon of people. As far as economic scale, all the people that I worked with were the same as far as they were great people, because those were the only kind of clients that I worked with. So be specific. What kind of clients do you want to work with? Do you want to work with the low market, the mid market, or the upper market? I'll give you a clue. Work with the biggest market to start. Work with the mid market, right? But wherever you're channeled, you can make the most of it. Then the second thing, what kind of people? What kind of people are you looking to work with? For me, I had to work with people in my financial services company, about people who cared about their family. People in my construction business, people who cared about quality. Those were my clients. Identify and establish that. Who do you work best with? What kind of people do you work best with? For me, I worked best with people who lived in rural areas, because I come from a rural area, and those are the people who I know how to connect with. If there was a deer up on the wall, I was closing a deal because I know what they cared about, because they care about the same things I care about, right? So finding that, establishing that, and then once you find that, people think that referrals are just going to happen. A lot of people in sales, a lot of individuals in sales think, well, if I do a good enough job for this person will refer me. No, they won't. They will not. They will not refer you. Maybe you get lucky. It happens 1 out of 100 times, but you're playing a high percentage game because you're trying to get either a high volume or just like a bigger number. Like one of the two. You're either trying to serve a high volume of people, right? Or you're trying to serve a low volume of high capacity people. One of the two situations typically is true. For me, I knew I just had to ask. And this goes back to just asking the question. It's like, hey, did I do a great job for you guys? Are you happy with what I've done? Are you pleased with what the decision that you've made? Right? Okay, great. So who else do you know who could use somebody like me to help them too? And then you break eye contact and you put a pen to paper. And then the next, you don't ask, is there somebody else? You say, who else? Who's next? You say, who's next? Who else would you refer? Who else? Who's next? Not is there anyone else, because they'll say no. Who else? And listen, some people will give you none, some people will give you some people will give you all. I'm not worried. My only worry is, have I asked a question every time I'm sitting in front of a client that I like? Because people I like know more people I like. And so you better believe that I'm going to set myself up for success in that way. And if I'm being anything less than intentional, then I am intentionally going broke, especially if I'm in sales or if I'm in business. Because we all want to get to that type of business that everybody wants to get to, where you're not walking up with a lead, you're walking up with a reputation. You're not walking up to the front door, you're walking up to the side door. You're not a stranger in their house. You're just somebody who they haven't gotten to meet as well yet, but they already know because of how you've helped somebody in their family or one of their friends.
Check out the official Unlock Potential store, where inspiration meets style. Explore our exclusive collection of gear inspired by the transformational messages straight from our Unlock Potential podcast. From trendy apparel that embraces the power of positivity to accessories that fuel your motivation, we've got something for every go-getter. Spread the messages of empowerment, energy, and motivation that you get from the Unlock Potential podcast by grabbing your gear today.
People, like for me, when I wasn't asking for referrals, I'll just use me. I was afraid of the answer. Did I do a good job for you guys? Are you guys happy with the decisions that you've made? Are you happy with the process and how I've helped you? Do you understand the decision you made and the product you bought and how that's going to help you and your family later on in life? Are you happy with the renovations that I've done? Do you feel like this house has become a home for you? I was afraid of the answers that I would get. You know what to be more afraid of? The answers you don't get that are still true. Like, if the person doesn't tell you there, they will tell other people. You'll get referred, but you won't like how you're referred to, okay? Because you won't get referred by, you will get referred to. You'll get referred to as that person who didn't ask if they did a good job. They didn't ask for feedback from their client. They didn't make sure that they did a good job. They didn't check in. Right? They didn't take the temperature. They just were hoping that their swag was enough in order for them to get a commission check so that they could afford to go on to the next person and do as little as possible for as much as possible. That's not the deal here. Check in and find out the truth. Nietzsche said, the strength of a man's character can be measured by how much truth that they can handle. Handle the truth while it's in front of you, because if that person's not happy, they are going to talk about you. Why not have them talk about you to you? Right? Is it going to be the most devastating thing to find out that you're not the best insurance salesperson in the world? Is that really going to ruin your ego? Maybe for a day, but will ruin your reputation as you not checking. Right? What is it really going to ruin your reputation to find out that you're not the best car salesman, you're not the best contractor, you're not the best whatever you sell, whatever product you sell, whatever business you own, you're not the best at cleaning houses? Is it really going to hurt your feelings? Or is it really going to hurt your feelings when 10 years from now you found out that nobody was willing to tell you the truth because you weren't willing to ask for it? Right? Ask for the truth and get what you deserve. If you've done a good job, you deserve a referral. Ask for it. And assume that you're going to get it by saying, who is it and who's next? Who is it and who's next? And if again, I'm not worried about everybody giving me a referral. Some people will give me none. Some people will give me some people will give me all. I'm just asking the question over and over again, because if I play the numbers game, I get to work the people business. And when I treat people like people, my business gets really great. Thanks again for joining us for this conversation. Head right over to our Patreon for exclusive content, including more from our conversation today. Thank you all for joining our conversations. We're developing this platform for simple, profound tools and techniques that can help you get the best out of your life and, more importantly, unlock potential. You can find me across all social platforms at The Brian Delaney, and online, come visit us at thebriandelaney.com.